Hi everyone, welcome back to Sacred Space. And if you see the title, you already know the topic that we are going to talk about. So if you are a Christian or this simply may make you uncomfortable, then this is a video you may want to skip out on. But if this is somebody who's already deconstructed and you're kind of struggling just like me, then watch this video and stay tuned. Subscribe because more videos are coming up.
Sacred space.
So it's been about at least a year and a half for me. Um, I do have a story talking about how I kind of deconstruct from Christianity, and I do have another one on the way explaining and getting into more detail if you're down for that. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So it started for me last year, but however, last year, I guess you can say I was still somewhat in the Christmas spirit, which I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. If you still like Christmas, even though you're not a Christian, hey, everybody's different, and I do give people to the room to just really do them and be them. So for me, like even if I was to move in my own house, I would still put up a tree, but I would decorate it into like Kwanzaa. I would go into like the Kwanzaa decorations because that's just me. I still love the holidays, but I would do it my own way. As the matriarch of my family in this generation, it's all about seeing what you grew up with, but now deconstructing and doing things you're always on your own way. Okay. So I don't judge people, I don't judge anybody. Even if you're a Christian celebrating Christmas, I don't judge you. Okay. But me, so far, it has been weird. I'm not gonna lie. So last year, even though I wasn't a Christian last year, I still somewhat celebrated. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. Last year I somewhat celebrated still. This year I have not done anything. Okay, the only Christmassy thing that I have bought is a cup and it said Happy Holidays. And the reason why I stopped using it is because it was from Dollar Tree. And honey, let's just say the glitter that was on the outside of the cup started coming on the inside of the cup, and that's dangerous. Like Dollar Tree do better. But it's Dollar Tree, so yeah, you get what you pay for, I guess. Anyways, so that's the only like holiday Christmassy thing that I bought, and that's crazy because if I would have told myself 5 years ago, if I would have like came to my older self, I mean my younger self, and was like, hey, like we're not we're not celebrating Christmas, I would have been like, huh, what, like what do you mean? I love Christmas. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I love Christmas. Okay, that's what I would have been saying. Like, I don't think I would have believed myself because I was a really I was a Christian girl. I was celebrating Christmas. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. The only reason why I loved Christmas, and I'm still a seasonal woman. I love the season, mainly spring. Okay, I don't like winter that much anymore. But anyways, it's because I know it's man-made, honey. When you wake up, everything changed, okay? It's different when you are aware. When you are genuinely aware of things, your whole life changed. So it's like now I'm like, I don't like winter. Winter is hurting our planet, It's like, they don't understand what winter is doing to our planet. Nobody understands. Nobody is aware. Nobody understands. So it's like, winter. I'm a seasonal girl when it comes to fall and spring. Those are my main two seasons I decorate for. Anyways, you see, things change. Things change, and I'm okay with change. I'm somebody who don't fight change. I just kind of let it happen. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. So because I don't celebrate, because I'm not a Christian, I don't celebrate Christmas anymore. Actually, I don't celebrate any patriarchy holiday. And here's why. I sadly feel like I sadly realize a lot of women forgotten what the patriarchy did to us. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail in this video, but if you know, then you know. The patriarchy have tried to strip us and our true power and our femininity. So as the first matriarch who represents the women, and it's not about being against men, okay? I love men. I don't hate men. But it's about understanding that women is also supposed to help lead the world. It's all about balance, and that's what I care about. Okay, I'm always my authentic self, and I'm always gonna tell y'all what I'm really truly passionate about. And as the first, matriarch of my family, I don't celebrate any patriarchy holidays. Halloween, it's not really patriarchy because it's for the witches. If you know, you know. It's for the witches. Okay, I'm a witch. I am a ancestor earth witch. So I do celebrate Halloween. But Easter, Christmas, especially not the 4th of July. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. If you know about the 4th of July, then you know. That's not my girl. Okay, she's not my girl anymore. And yes, I celebrated in the past just like everybody else when I was in the Matrix, when I didn't know anything, okay, when I didn't know any better, when I didn't know how the system worked, okay. But I said this, I think I said this in the video, I was a student in my life first before I became the teacher. So I wasn't aware all the time until now. This is still something new for me. So when it comes to Christmas and celebrating it, this year was the first year that I fully did not celebrate, and I don't plan to. Christmas is something that I still do somewhat because I live with my family, and I don't want to be a party pooper. But as far as celebrating, it's just not my thing anymore. And I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I used to be obsessed with Christmas, and like I said, it was a childhood, man. But if I ever was to have a kid, I feel like I would want to bring that same joy, but without Christianity. I want to bring, the smells, the music, the food, this, still bring a good time to my kids' life. But like I said, I would do it in my own traditions because I am the leader. I am the chosen one. So it's up to me now to make new traditions that also correlates with my spirituality, because I think that is important. So I still want to bring in some holiday-ish things, but I want it to majority be Kwanzaa, and that's it. But as far as looking at everybody and seeing everybody in the Christmas spirit, like I'm just like I feel left out, in a way, and I'm not mad at it though. I have enjoyed watching others enjoy their holiday. And it just feels awkward though because it's like, even with Thanksgiving, like everybody's like, "Oh my God, Happy Thanksgiving!" I'm just sitting at the table like, like I'm just like, okay. It just feels awkward. I feel like if I'm around people who understand me and get me, it wouldn't feel as awkward. But because I'm still in a traditional family, it just feels awkward. And I feel like Christmas is gonna be the most awkwardest one because I'm like, I know my parents got me presents, and I'm like, but it's gonna be awkward because I feel like I'm just gonna be like, mm. I can't even explain it, y'all. But however, I feel like I just want you guys to know, if you're like me and if you have deconstructed, don't feel awkward. I feel like if you have moved on your own, I feel like it'll be better for those who have already moved out or you're around people that understand you. I feel like your holidays will be a lot better versus me who's still staying at home with my mom and still living in a traditional family. Either way, I want to tell those of you who are going through this awkward stage like me to make it your own holiday. Like I said, make it your own tradition. Find new things that you love to do around this time, or not around this time. Just do things that makes you happy. Okay, the holidays don't always have to be traditional. Do things that you actually love to do. If you feel like you want to go shopping for you or do things for you, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity. Or if you just want to take the winter to rest and just take some spa time for you, then do that. Do what makes you happy. And I just want you to say that I see you. Okay, you're not going through this alone because we are all here and we all understand how this system works. Because let me tell you something, I was so shocked when I started waking up and I realized, how the patriarchy did women. Like they said that the number 13 was evil, right? They said that Friday the 13th. Oh, 13 is not on any elevators because the number is bad luck. 13 represents the feminine. 13 represents the woman, the wombed man. She took her womb and created man. 13 represents us. And they had the audacity to tell you that it is bad luck. When it represents the woman, 13 represents the 13 cycles, okay? It represents the 13 months. And they're telling you that it's bad luck. So I'm just putting like little examples out there of what the patriarchy have done. They have burnt witches. They have burnt people like my ancestors that were medicine women, that were healers, because they didn't want people like that to thrive. So and you expect me to celebrate any patriarchy holidays when they have done that to us? No, we are living in a whole new life, sweetheart. The patriarchy is crumbling. And as a woman who is taking charge of her life and leading my family with pride, I am happy to say that I'm finally standing up and I'm snatching my power back because I know what's right. Hey, if you want to celebrate Christmas, go ahead. If you want to celebrate the 4th of July, go ahead. But as the matriarch of my family, I'm celebrating what makes me happy. And I suggest all of you do the same. All right. I love you guys. And it is time for Quote of the Day. Quote of the Day. Regardless of it all, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. That's what I'm here to tell you. That, if you have deconstructed and you feel like you don't know where to stand, then create your own holiday and just have fun with it. I wouldn't overthink it, because I feel like with me at the Virgo, I'm always overthinking things. I'm like, no, this is a time for me to do me. So for me, what I'm doing around this holiday season is I'm getting rest. I'm not celebrating New Year's around the same time y'all do, because again, I'm not on that patriarchy calendar. Okay, my New Year's is on the first day of spring, because that's actually the real New Year. If you follow the right month, it's 13 months actually, not 12. It's 13 because the feminine. Remember that they took that from y'all. So the New Year's is actually the real New Year's is on the first day of spring, the spring equinox. So what I'm doing, my plans is actually brainstorming. I'm putting new ideas out, new projects on the first day of spring. I'm putting them out in springtime, because it's the best time to put any new project that you're working on, anything like that. Put it out during spring. I'm telling you, it's going to flourish. It is going to take off. So until then, I'm resting. I'm enjoying, my own holiday in bed. I'm a Virgo, so I'm always working hard. I'm always doing something. So right now, I'm just telling myself, Deidre, you don't have to do anything. Girl, resting is also a part of the story. We tell ourselves that we have to be productive every day, that we have to work hard. No, sometimes we need to rest. And so right now, I am allowing myself to stay in the house during this winter time, connect when I can with Mother Earth, resting. I am also, like I said, brainstorming on putting out new projects and just focusing on myself this holiday season. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.